Warning, this video may contain spoilers for the TV show or movie that we discuss in this video. If you have not yet watched the TV show or movie that this video is about, please come back to the video at a later time after you have watched the content that was discussed. You have been warned. How's it going, everybody? This is Rob of Novakast, back with another video for talking about Tengen, Toppa, Gurren, Lagann. We're going to be talking about episode 2, and okay, so this one, it was a really interesting one, especially since this is where Kamina ends up getting his own mech, that being Gurren. So, or at least that's not what it's named at that particular second. But he does get his mech in this one. So they reach the surface and they're being chased by the two gunmen. It basically follows right after what happened in the last episode. Kamina, Yoko, and Simone are trying to escape. Simone is freaking out, and apparently his willpower is what powers Lagann. And with him kind of not being in the best emotional space to act, Lagann proceeds to shut down, and they end up, at first they think they're in trouble, but they end up getting saved by a group that Yoko knows, led by a character called Dayaka, who I'm gonna say is really cool as the story progresses a little bit, but all in all, really interesting character, especially with him kind of helping lead his village at this particular time. So they meet also Ron, who is apparently, I'm assuming, the scientist of the group, somebody who has been researching the history of humanity under the surface and possibly before they were pushed to the surface or pushed underground. And they go to Littner Village, or what's left of it, because apparently there was an incident and they were forced to come to the surface. So everyone gets to Littner, and the next morning, or at least before the next morning, Kamina has a dream of his father. And this is basically this is why he wanted to go to the surface so bad, is because he has already been to the surface with his father, and his father went off and he was too scared to go with him, and for good reason. We'll explain in a second. The next morning, two more gunmen show up with a third commanding, I guess, the other two, and Kamina takes a liking to this one and comes up with the harebrained scheme to steal the gunman. And with the help of Simone, he at first does manage to get inside the gunman, but it doesn't work for him, and him and Simone are beating around. Kamina ends up crashing into the ground and kind of wondering why is it not working for him. One of the view screens pops up and he sees a skull, and in the sense it kind of motivates him to, push forward, and it starts working for him after that. And with the help of his now claimed Gurren and Simone's Lagann, they beat the gunman. Now, by the end of the episode, they end up trying to bury the remains that Kamina crashed into, only to find out that those remains belong to his father. And the last bit of the episode is him realizing his father, who was on the surface, didn't make it, and he wasn't able to reunite with his father while he was alive. And it ends with him, understandably being distraught. Now, I will say that this was an interesting episode because, like I said, it sets up the whole thing of him, getting his gunman or his mech, which was really cool. and we get to see what it looked like before, you know, it became Gurren, like officially became Gurren. In fact, later on, it's found out that they took the parts from all three gunmen to combine to create Gurren, so I thought that was pretty cool. But all in all, this was a good episode, and it was a Kamina episode to some extent, where, you know, we're kind of understanding his motivations of why he wanted to go to the surface, getting a glimpse of his past, as well as him to some extent dealing with his own challenges and pushing forward to better himself and be better for the people around him, so to speak. Hello everyone, thank you for stopping by to check out this video. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, as well as follow us on social media. Links are in the description. Check out gaming content from MJ, Aden, and Magi, as well as our daily content on the YouTube channel. Follow us on our podcast, which is 6 p.m. Pacific time on Sundays. From everybody of Novakast, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next video.